when Erica proposed to me to cooperate together, because PBA was using Aquafil as the ingredient for the handles, and she started talking about inclusivity, and I started thinking, okay, what about inclusivity? I know sustainability, the environmental part, but inclusivity is not my cup of tea. So I think that we should work together so I can, put together not only sustainability but inclusivity as well. Because I think they are part of the same coin. So sustainability is one side and inclusivity is the other side. They belong to each other's, and it's important to understand how to communicate both of them. Because as Erica was mentioning, environmental sustainability is made of data. So you have LCA, you have certifications, you can measure how sustainable you are, how much CO2 emission you can avoid, and so on and so forth. Measure inclusivity is a different thing.
Can I answer how I think this manufacturers can help?
Yes, it was my next question anyway.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
No, but I need to.
Yes.
We tell all of our young designers in the studio that the vendors are not vendors, they are your partners. When I graduated from design school 40 years, there were two kinds of lights, incandescent and fluorescent. That was it. Everything is so much more complicated today. It is so complicated, and there is no way that designers can be experts in every single thing that they need to be experts in. And so we really encourage our young designers to look at the industry partners and to lean on you, because you know your products really, really well, and you know how we can be designing smarter. And I don't know a single designer, I don't care how many years experience you have, that couldn't be doing something better than they're doing right now. And so we need to kind of put our egos to the side. We need to partner with industry, and industry needs to partner with designers. I will tell you, I feel very honored to sit up here, because all of these companies have come to us and said, you all know something that we think would make our company better, and we invite you to share that with us. And hopefully we've helped you make your stuff better and vice versa, but we are better together. And designers that won't let partners come in and meet with them, to me, that's gotta end, because it is way too complex. And I think we've done a lot of research also. We think about sustainability and the impact that the buildings have, but in an average building stands for 70 years. If you flip that interiors every 10 years, that's 7 times you are flipping the interiors of that space. So the products that you are specifying times 7 actually starts to rival the footprint of the building, the architectural element itself. So we have a huge impact, and we need to own that. We need to embrace it, and we need to partner with people that will help make us better. So you all, I think, really need to lean in to help educate designers a little bit more. And I know that they're not always welcome to that, but they need to be.
So we are here to do it. Happy to do it. So just a few bites about what we are doing together with the University of Venice, the Architectural Department of Psychology Architecture. So when we start talking about how we can communicate sustainability and inclusivity, this beyond, not through something that is written in a label or something that is certified by the third part. We have to step behind from the relationship of people with object. So if you think, I think one word is very well known from architects, and at least in the design community, is the word affordance. What is an affordance? Sorry if I'm telling it not in the best way, but think about a cube, a metal cube. If you look at this metal cube with a white back space, you think it is a cube. It's a rectangular shape. It's a geometrical figure. But if you put that cube in a museum pathway while you are visiting, unless it is a contemporary museum, which is hard to make this example. But if you are visiting the Prado Museum or something with old art, piece of art hanging on the wall, and you see that cube, You think, oh, wow, I can sit here, I can rest, and I can look. This is an affordance. It means this is an object you perceive in a different way just because there is a relationship within the space, you and the object. So our goals was to understand which are the qualities, which are the aspects of a product that are perceived as inclusive and as sustainable. Because if you think about sustainability, a lot of times you think a product is sustainable just because maybe it's made of wood, but wood is not sustainable at all. We all know that unless it is FSC, it's not sustainable. But the perception that is something that is before you are aware of something, before you are informed, before you receive all the information about a product, is even more important because it's the first relation you have with an object. So we asked the University of Venice, Architectural Department of Psychology, Architecture, to investigate which quality of a product are perceived as sustainable and which are perceived as inclusive. So we take a step behind to the actual conversation, to the general conversation of sustainability and inclusion, trying to understand. And what we discover at this point, the research is still ongoing, is that there are some specific characteristics that are perceived as more inclusive or less inclusive. For example, in 90 degrees, levers is perceived less inclusive because curved shaped are perceived as more inclusive. But a rectangular levers is perceived as more sustainable. You don't know nothing about that levers. You even don't know that it's Econil. You don't know if the stainless steel is recycled or not. You don't know nothing. It's just what you perceive just looking at the object. And the 90 degrees corner levers is perceived as more sustainable. And the reason is that you can size easily things that are made of finished sizes. So something that is curved is hard for us. We all know about Pi Greco, but if I ask you to give me the dimension of something, sorry?
Pi. Today is Pi Day.
Pi. But we discussed, sorry, I'm European, so for me it's Pi Greco, sorry. So we try to investigate something that is beyond what you know through your experience and through your knowledge and through your education, but going back to what is perceived. So the first reaction you have with an object. So we are trying to understand how we communicate these two values before letting you know that it's inclusive because blah, 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 or it's sustainable because blah, blah, blah. It's an art point even to explain.